Hello, my happy family. Chef, I would say Chef Jeffrey. Well, I am Chef Jeffrey on Old School Soul Food, but Jeffrey W. Williams. I'm just want to stop in here to my happy family, pull a little motivational mini video out for y'all. I know this is not going to come out on a Monday, it might come out on a Tuesday or Wednesday. As y'all know, if you follow me on my other channel, I'm busy here. Matter of fact, that's where I am right now in the city of Las Vegas. Another residence that I have and another community that I plan to serve once I get acclimated here. But that ain't what the video is about today. The video I'm about to, the video today I want to share with y'all about 10 minutes or so is to get negative people out of your ear. And once you get negative people out of your ear and you start to grow and succeed, your circle of friends, followers, or whatever is going to get smaller. Let me explain to you. And I just do this, I just tell y'all this with my life experiences. Growing up, I had a positive parents. You can get no more than that. The motivational factor, it was amazing. As I told y'all, my dad was a hard worker. My daddy worked 42 years for Bulletin Northern Railroad, which is, I don't know what it's called now. Bulletin Northern got bought out a little bit after he retired in the 90s. He worked 42 years, y'all, never missed a day at work. So I got my work ethic from him. And my mom, of course, if you follow me on my other channel, my mom was very inspirational to me, not only in her work ethic, what she had, was just her faith and her demeanor and all of that was very positive. So I had positive role models as growing up, that you can do anything. My parents, especially my father, you know, they grew up in the civil rights movement and in the 50s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, where you could not do certain things and go certain places and stuff like that. And my dad, I'll never forget what he told me. He said, boy, if you don't make it in this life, in this world, in this country, it's nobody's fault but yours. He said, you got things and opportunities that he didn't have. He had two choices once he got out of high school. You either go work on the railroad or you go to the Army. That's it. He only graduated high school. That was it. My mom never graduated high school. She got a GED later on. And her main avenue was working in cafes and homemaking for people and stuff like that. That was her only avenue back in them days. So they wanted better for us and my siblings. And they encourage that. But as you grow up and live away from home, you got these people in your ear. You see, sometimes it's religious leaders, social community activists, your own relatives, your own friends. Oh, you can't do this because you're different, this kind of race. You can't, I'm gonna put it in layman terms, you can't do this because you're black. You can't do this because you're born from a small town. You can't do this because you talk country. You can't do this because of this and that. You hear that all, and some people feed into that. Some people get that, people around them, and they bring that in, and it just brings them. What these people do, they get rich, they get more successful off your demise, after your low thinking. These community activists that keep people down, telling them you can't do this, because they gain income off of that. They grow from, people don't realize it. As long as they got you thinking you're nothing and you're down like that, they can stay high like that, they profit over that. It took me a few minutes and few years to realize that. Like, why are you telling me this? Why aren't you encouraging me to open my own business? Why aren't you encouraging me to invest? Why aren't you showing me and encouraging me? The only thing I hear from you is what I can't do and why I can't do it. Why don't you tell me, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to have good credit. You need to pay your bills on time. You need to stay away from criminal activities. You need to carry yourself in a dignified manner when you're around people. Why don't you tell me this by telling me I can't do stuff? People profit off that. And you got relatives gonna do it because they're down. A lot of relatives and friends, so-called friends, do that because they can't see where you're going, so they want you to be down there with you. Meaning your circle, that's, I'm gonna piggyback on that and go to something else. Your circle of friends, your circle of associates gonna get smaller. Once you get your life in order, starting to progress, starting to have a little savings, starting to get more promotions at your job, things like that, you're gonna get them talking, oh, he think he all of that, she think she all of that, she doing that. You start to purchase a home. Oh, you think you better than everybody. You got a house, why you? I get it all the time, y'all. I'm gonna tell you what I get. I just moved here in Las Vegas. This is my third, if y'all don't know, this is my third residence. I live outside of Houston in the suburbs of KATY. I live outside of Dallas in the suburbs of Arlington, Texas. And I just moved here to Las Vegas. I get it now. Why you need a third place? Why you need? They don't know how I done it. And I'm gonna do another video in the next couple of weeks, how I have 3 properties and I pay this much for it out of my income. I pay $0 out of my pocket and I have 3 residents. And I'm gonna show you and tell you how I did it. And I tell people how I done it, and there's always somebody on there. Oh, you can't. Yes, you can. Oh, you only do it because you're single. No, you can't. It's not had nothing to do with single. I know people. I have a great friend I used to work with, have multiple homes, have put his kids through college, married, have a wife, and doing much better than me. Because you know why? He have that drive. He worked with me. I worked at my job for 30-something years. He was there. He retired a year and a half after me. He had no drive, discipline, and determination. That's all you need. He raised by great parents. He had a hard work ethic. He didn't get into criminal activity. He had great credit. He paid his bills on time. He invested. He did not waste his money on frivolous things. Little things like that, y'all, will catapult you to avenues you never thought for. Like I tell people, you put G-O-D first, God. Put him first, pray about it. And that's all you got to do. Once you ask him to guide you, you ain't got to ask him every day. He got you. He got you. But I'm going to go to the video and doing video in the next few weeks too of how you get to that level. I'm telling you, things like, things you do in your 16, 17, 18, your early 20s will raise its ugly head when you get 40, 50 years old. If you trying to rent apartments and you breaking leases when you young, don't care, you're not paying your bills on time and care, you got this and you've been in jail multiple times and you got, all that's gonna raise its ugly head. Telling you can't be successful by doing things like that, but it's gonna be more difficult. I got a friend now that had to get an apartment and went to get the apartment, and friend is 30-something, a lot younger than me, and come up, pull his credit. Of course, his credit was horrible, so he had to try to go find somebody to co-sign. Number 2, he had 2 broken apartment leases on the credit. All that's gonna come up. You can't hide from that stuff. And a lot of people, when they're young, they wait. I tell this all the time. Quit wasting money on people you don't need. Very simple. Quit wasting money on things you don't need to impress people you don't know. Remember that. Stop wasting money on things you don't need to impress people you don't know. You trying to get a car, you 22 years old, trying to get a $40,000 car with a $550 car note, you making $8, $9, $10 an hour. You can't pay with the insurance, you paying about $650 a month so you can impress somebody at the red light. And you pulling up in the apartment complex, or you living at home with your parents. For what? Get you a $5,000, $4,000 automobile. I'm telling you, I got 4 cars. I'm not ashamed to say what I have. I'm not, because I'm trying to encourage other people what they can do. I got 4 vehicles, all of them paid for. Every one of them. I haven't paid a car note since I was 22 years old. I'm about to be 57. I haven't paid a car note since I was 22 years old. That's the last time I paid a car note. Because I was educated that cars depreciate so much. Don't invest in cars. Go get your car, pay cash for it. I pay cash 7, 8. Sometimes I save $10,000. That's the most I ever spent on a car cash was $10,000. And all my cars run good. I keep them maintained. I'm not even trying to press nobody with them. It gets me to point A, to point B, to DC. That's the way you got to do it. I invest heavily. Y'all know I'm doing investment series too. I've been investing money since I was 20 years old. I'm still investing money. I'm retired and I still put money in investment. Still. I'm not even taking money out of I'll go and do another video there. I'm not even getting paid by my investments right now. I got another account that's paying me while I retired. Now, it's a way you can do things, y'all. If you get people out of your ear and you listen. I'm telling you another thing. I work for some of the most prominent people in Texas. Prominent meaning wealthy. You know how much advice I took from these people? I just stood around and listened to these people talk because I wanted to know how they got to that level. Property is so valuable. I'm going to tell you this. I bought a house, the one in KATY. I paid $92,000 for it. I got a little tip. I listened to people. In 1996, when I bought it in 96, or was it 2000? Oh, it was 2006. I get all my dates mixed up, y'all. It was 2006 I bought my house. You remember 2005 when everybody was bought into these subprime mortgages, forced to let people in these houses, these subprime mortgages. They was letting everybody in the houses, no matter what their credit, what the situation is. And America said, oh, these people need houses. And they was trying to say these people can't afford these homes. They're not ready for that. Oh, you need to give them a house. That's the American dream. So they were giving all these people, letting these people buy these nice, expensive houses on a ARM. ARM mean adjustable rate mortgage. If y'all don't know, you got a regular rate, and you got an ARM rate, which is you got a rate that doesn't adjust, which I had on my home, or you got an adjustable rate mortgage, which will adjust after, some adjust after 3, some adjust after 5, depending on what it was. So 2.5, 3 years later, all these people that was paying $600, $700 a month mortgages, that adjustable rate mortgage flipped, and they paying 14, some of them was paying $2,000 a month on their houses, which was paying $800. What happened? What they call it, repossession, foreclosures was everywhere on the market. So I had a little tip, once I listened to people, say, Jeffrey, you need to, I was living in an apartment then. Jeffrey, you need to invest in a home. This is the time to go buy a home. There's so many on the market. When there's so much income, of course, y'all, when there's a lot of income on the market, the price drops because there's too much inventory. So I took advantage of that, took advice from people. People say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Took advantage. I bought a home, which I'm living in KATY over there. I paid $92,000 for it. This was 2006. It was an investment. Of course, I was living by myself, still living by myself in a home. It's an investment. And of course, it's a big investment because you got a home. And it's a great, you can, quote unquote, a lot of people got a home I'm talking about. You can use it as a homestead, which you get major write-offs on your taxes when you got a home. And that helped me a lot too with my taxes or whatever. Because when you're single with no dependents, the government love you because they're going to try to take everything from you, which I think that's wrong because you're penalizing me because I've got my life in order. Don't have a lot of women with a lot of babies and baby mamas and stuff like that, but I'm penalized because I'm doing the right thing, being a single, responsible man, working, trying to save up, but the government don't like people like me. So that's a story, that's a video for another day. Yeah, single people with no dependents pay more taxes than anybody in the country, y'all. So don't get it twisted. I'm a living witness to tell you that. Yeah, but that being said, I paid $92,000 for my home in 2006. I got on a 15-year fixed rate mortgage, meaning it doesn't adjust. I was paying what was paying $600, almost $600. I might have to go back and look. Anyway, I was paid every month. I paid a payment and a half. I didn't pay just a payment. It was another little advice for me by prominent wealthy people. If you can pay a little bit more in your mortgage, and you pay it off quicker. Every mortgage, I never was late. I never was late on my car note, house payment. Never. I paid a payment and a half every month. Instead of 15 years, I paid my house off in 7. But then again, like I said, I paid $92,000. Year to date, February, if I go check right now, I checked the other day because I'm gonna do some things with my house. So I was just checking the value because the taxes, that's another day for another story for another day. Paid $92,000. My house right now in 2025 is worth $285,000. I made almost $200,000 on a home that I paid $92,000. Property is an investment that always will go up. Cars, clothes, shoes, stereos, all that stuff, people buy in their 20s, early 30s. I look at people like that and I just shake my head because they don't listen. They trying to impress people with all that stuff or whatever. Y'all go ahead and do that. I don't. Even today, I wear regular clothes, regular shoes. People look at me and say, Jeffrey, you just wear, well, I ain't trying to impress nobody, y'all. I ain't trying to walk around and impress nobody. Because nobody live my life and people realize that. Quit trying to walk around and impress. For what? They ain't paying your bills. They ain't paying my bill. What am I trying to impress people? But yeah, I got a $200,000 profit on the home that I have in KATY. They say, you going to sell it? No, I'm not going to sell it. No, I ain't nothing. It's sitting there as valuable property for me. So, like I said, it's a video for another day the house was paid for, so I don't have to pay nothing for that house. I'm just, something happened to me or the apartments or whatever. Yeah, and I'll explain later in another video how I live in Arlington rent-free, which I do pay rent, but I'll tell you how at the end of the month I ain't paying nothing. And I did my diligence 5 years to get here in Vegas. I had to do a lot of due diligence and organization and budgeting, how I could do this. So the last 18 months, he really got the ball moving on this so I could move here to Las Vegas and don't have, of course I pay a rent to the people, but at the end of the month, zero. When all the profits and all the and the stuff come into my account, I wind up paying $0 here. So I live 3 places and don't pay nothing for it. And that's a video for another day. I'm not doing this to boast and brag. I'm telling y'all, especially if you're young people, the younger you can start taking, like I tell people, you take $25 a week and put it into a long-term, low risk, long-term, got a long track record, mutual funds. Mutual funds meaning you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Mutual funds meaning you have Exxon in there, you have Home Depot in there, you have Apple in there, you have Texaco in there, all these companies in one, and you invested in all of them. So if HEB, say for instance, go bad or Exxon go bad, all your money is not lost. So that's why I always invested in mutual funds that have a long track record. Meaning long track record meaning it's been around 10, 15, 20, 30 years. It has some kind of traction and some kind of history of how it's doing. $25 a week, y'all. That's $1,200 a year. Put that in there and see what it looks like in about 5 years. And as you work, you might want to put $50 a week. Maybe you want to do $2,400 a year. Maybe you want to do $3,600 a year. The more you make on your job, invest a little bit more. And believe me, in the long run, you'll be amazed what you got in that stead. But that's a video for another day too. But that's how I do it. And you got people hating. Oh, those haters are the most miserable people in the world because they made mistakes and they mad at you because you doing it. And they still trying to, oh, that didn't work. You can't tell them. Yeah, I'm telling you. I can tell people, don't listen to what I say. See how I'm doing it. That's why I show people. I'm not going to just talk the talk. I don't just talk the talk. I show people. You can do this. I'm about to be 57 years old, y'all. I get up every morning. I don't answer to no one but God. Can you hear me? I answer to no one but the most high God in my life. I don't have to ask nobody, can I go here? Can I take off here? Can I go here? I made this plan at 20 years old, and I had a plan. At 50 years old, I wasn't working for nobody. I wasn't answering to no one. Now, with that being said, we all one bad medical report away from going broke or just being, that's life. That happens. I'm not saying that we don't live in a perfect world, but the average person can do what I do and more. But you gotta have that drive, discipline, determination, and get them negative people out of your ear, keep telling you what you can't do. All these people that's telling you, oh, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Ask them, what can I do? I'm telling you, I'm very active with community activists. They always telling people why they can't do something because they look a certain way. Okay, tell me how I'm gonna do better. You never hear that from them. Go back and listen to how they talk. They're never encouraging people to go in school, go to college, invest in home, invest in businesses, invest in the market. You never once hear that. Why? Because they profit off your demise. They profit off you being low. I'm hip to the game. A lot of people hip to the game, more than me. They come in me. They don't want to come in me. I've gotten out of my face quickly, and they think I'm crazy. Man, get out of my face. You ain't telling me what I'm going to do. What can you do for me? I'm not none of that you say me. I'm a child of the Most High God who wants me to be nothing. God don't want nobody suffering down here. He wants all his children to be, read the Bible, all our children be flourishing. That's what he wants. But you got to put in the work. Like I tell people, faith without doing is dead. You have faith, you pray about it, but you got to put in the work. It's not going to happen. It's not going to just come to you. You got to get up. Like I tell people, I only missed, my daddy, I couldn't break his record. My daddy worked 42 years, never missed a day. I worked 35 years and missed one day at work. I was always 30 minutes to an hour early every day at work. Every day. I missed one day at my job because I had to act it. I wanted to be there. I wanted to do something. I was trying to, and I didn't waste money on frivolous things. Had an old truck, and then I had two. Barely could make it, but I kept it maintained. I didn't wear no expensive clothes. I didn't wear no expensive shoes. None of that. For what? I'm trying to thrive now. Now I'm living, like I say, I lived like no one else then, so I can live like no one else now. I'm sitting right now in Las Vegas apartment, luxury mid-rise house, where I can walk right now, 10 minutes, I'm at the Las Vegas Strip. Beautiful $1 million hotels I can look at right now in my patio and just sit out there and look at all these $1 million where I can walk through in 10 minutes. Yeah. How'd I do it? It started when I was 21, 22 years old. That's how I done it. So you gotta start now. Encourage your kids. If you're older, it's not too late for you either. But you got to get negative people. Turn that TV off. Turn them politicians off. Turn these community actors off. Turn them off. Because all they is they just parasites in your head. Politicians are the worst. They are nothing but to gain your profit by your demise. They don't want you to do better. They want you to fight and figure. We just want us down here fighting and all of them together. They're all sleeping in bed together. I don't care what party you lean, left, right, Republican, Democrat. They all one big-headed monster. They're all together. They get behind the scenes. I'm telling you. Look at, for instance, Jimmy Carter's funeral. You see all these people all these ex-presidents just joking and laughing, and they're all together. And we fighting and fighting, and it doesn't make sense. I turn them off. Y'all can't do nothing for me. You can do nothing for me. I'm not going to let you affect my life. I don't care who's in the political office. God is one to control my life. He has the last word, no matter what they pass, no matter what they do. I'm telling you. So anyway, y'all, sorry for rambling on. I just get so fired up because I hate to see people think they can't do nothing. People have so much talent. God give everybody a talent, and they don't use it because they got other people in their ear telling them what they can't do. You can do anything in your world you want, but you got to get up and do it. You got to get up in the morning. You can't sleep 10, 11 o'clock. Right now, it is 6:10 in the morning. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, working on things, trying to do this and that. I don't sleep late. And I'll do my quote unquote old people now. Then I'm up late at night. I'm working, I'm trying to do. When I drive around, I'm thinking, okay, I can do. I'm still trying to better my life because God has told me internally, this is nothing. God got greater things for me. I know this. I feel it, and he told me internally, Jeffrey, I got more things better than you. This is nothing. Like I said, I'm busy open another channel. You know, I got Old School Soul Food. This is Slice of Happiness. And later this month, matter of fact, next week, I got another social media channel coming out, YouTube, Facebook. I got another one coming out. We fit to work on that one. We fit to get that one going. I'm always trying to be better. I'm never sitting around. You don't see me sleeping 10, 12. I don't know how people sleep until noon in the daytime. They're on video games, playing video games all day I don't get it. Yeah, if you're on Twitch TV and you making money playing video games, that's different. But if you're just sitting on the couch wasting your time, I do not get it. I don't know how you do that. I grew up in a family where my dad and mom, when their sun come out, you hear them rooster crow. I grew up in the country. When that sun cracked that sky, you better be up, getting ready to get some work done. And you didn't go to bed till the sun go down. That's where I grew up. But we don't have that work ethic. We need to get that back because what it is, it's going to hurt you later on. You got people right now in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, especially 50s and 60s right now, have no retirement. They're going to rely on what I call the Social Security, which you know how I feel about Social Security. Even though I'm going to get mine at 62, they're going to send me my Social Security check. But like I said, they don't give you enough to live on. They just give just enough to die on. And you got people just relying on that as a retirement. And that's not enough because they didn't invest early in life. A lot of people come to me and say, nobody told us this. They don't want you to know. People, they want to blame the rich people. Don't blame them. If you sit down and talk, that's how I learned. I learned from wealthy people. If you sit down and talk to these people, that people tell you that's all evil, all rich people are evil, and they want you to think that. Go and talk to these people, ask them how to invest and da-da-da. They will tell you. The people ain't going to tell you is the people putting in your ear, oh, you can't do this. They ain't going to tell you nothing because they want you to stay low. I know the game, y'all. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm hip to the game, how it works. And I got over the game and got through it and pushed him out of my way. That's how I was catapulted to heights unknown. Yeah, so anyway, enough rambling on. I know the video went longer than I wanted to do, but I got past it because I want people to succeed in life. So anyway, I will see y'all next week. I don't know what day it's going to be. I'm trying to put a video out every week to encourage and motivate and just to motivate y'all to what you can do in life. So anyway, you can follow my other sites happening. I'm on Facebook, which I need to post more, and Instagram as well. So anyway, I will see y'all in the next. Remember, knowledge is power. You get knowledge in your head, y'all, and it is power. Believe me, I'm a living witness. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.